Hey, everybody, and welcome to BL Unscripted, where a writer and an actor unpack the BL moments we can't stop thinking about.
Yes, you are here with us right now for our Real Week in Review, where we start with some tea slash what was trending last week. We go into some highlights from our favorite series, and then we wrap it all up with our spoiler section, which today is going to be The Edge of Horizon, one of our favorites. So if you want to talk more in depth about that series, stick around till the end.
I am your resident writer, Songbird,
And I am your resident actor, Beth.
and before we get going into some juicy gossip, if you could call it that, don't forget to like this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, and if you happen to be watching live, join the chat. All the people in this community are super friendly. And if you happen to be watching later, leave us a comment. What was your favorite show this week or episode from a BL that you watched this week? We would love to know. And on that note, just want to give a little shout out to the fact that we had our first week on Patreon.
Yay!
And I feel like it went pretty well. And actually, that's where the Edge of Horizon came from. Thank you to our inner circle for voting that one in for today's spoilers. I had to catch up and was very sad yesterday.
All of the tissues, guys. All of the
Yeah.
tissues.
So if you happen to binge this later, remember your tissues. So yeah,
Yes.
join us on Patreon, join our inner circle, and vote on what we talk about in here. Let's get going on some tea. Stuff that's happening this week on X. This isn't exactly gossip, but I thought it's awesome because I love Jasper. So they have finally another music video coming out, or a new song, or whatever you want to call it. Actually, tomorrow. So
Yay!
I am excited. It's called Wish, which is better than some of the previous titles, I think. I don't know. We'll see how it
You don't
goes.
like sadistic or take it off?
Sadistic. Sadistic was a good song, but all these other songs have very in like 18 plus kind of connotations. I don't know.
This is true. This is true.
Maybe they're going a different direction this time. Anyway, so if you like Jasper, if you like our four BL boys, uh ooh, Santa. Oh my gosh, my brain.
Han and Jung.
Han and Jung. Yes. How could I like forget their names momentarily on a blank there? Go check that song out. And I thought that this was fantastic. We have Fourth coming in here, and we have our boys from okay, Unlucky Bay, like watching a reaction, and he's like, "This is how you're supposed to watch a reaction."
Fourth is so funny. Fourth and Gemini are like the kings of shipping every other couple.
Right? And so he like shoves them together. He's like, "That's how you're supposed to react, just so you
I
know." And then he walks
can't.
off.
That's
I think that's like
adorable.
the I was like, "Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Fourth." And then the final thing is for all of those who are enjoying it, don't be too emotional. These two men here have decided to move forward together and do future shows.
Yay! Oh my gosh,
So,
I love them.
so if you have been enjoying them together, you will get to enjoy them together again at some point. So I think that's super exciting too that they announced that. They're like, we're going to continue working as partners together for a long, long time. So,
Oh, yay.
yeah, apparently they are enjoying. I think it's T and Hang, or
I think so. I think you're right. Yes.
that sounds right. Anyway, so yes, exciting stuff. So, those are the things that I was excited about. What have you got for us?
Amazing. So I just want to give a nod to some comments. Valerie and Katie loved connecting to you. Yes, connecting to you. We are also excited about. We will definitely chat about
Yes.
that later. Yay, Jasper. Oshel did not have an opportunity to watch Connecting to You. Oh, Oshel watched Ash. Okay, can't wait to hear about your thoughts on that, Oshel, later. Katie says Idol Ooh is my boo. Yes, Ooh is fantastic. I love him so much. And yay for T Hang. Okay, great. All right, so this is just a little update for my portion of the tea. On poor Tudor from Tudor Yim on his injury. So we
Sure.
as we know, Tudor did rip his or tear his ACL during the Doom Sports Day, unfortunately, but they also found a tear in his meniscus when they went in for surgery. So now poor Tudor's recovery has been recovery time has been extended and will probably be much longer than they anticipated. So I don't know. Poor boy, I feel like is going to be out of dancing for at least 4 to 6 months, I would think.
Ooh,
Maybe even longer. But apparently, he is being taken care of by a group of doctors who take care of national athletes. So hopefully,
oh, good.
he has amazing care and he can be back in no time. But of course, we hope that he heals and rests. So yes, that is an
Fingers
unfortunate
crossed.
thing that happened, but we love him and I'm sure he'll heal just fine.
He'll take care of himself, right? He better.
He better, I know. Yay! Okay, so this we finally got a trailer for Police in Love, which is Yin War under their new company Argentis. Well, technically it's the same company, just a different name,
It
minus a person. But yeah, we are excited to see these two on our screen again. I can't wait. I can't wait for these two. I'm excited for this because I think it's going to be more of a comedy, which we
It
haven't
looked
seen
like
them
it.
do.
Yeah.
So yeah, super excited for this one.
I'm excited for them doing comedy actually, because there were comedic elements in Jack and Joker that were
Yes.
really funny. So for them
Yes.
to do an entire comedy is going to be fantastic.
Hmm.
So excited.
Love it. The best doctors are athlete doctors. Yes, Valerie, I agree. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so if anyone hasn't seen, we have announced the pairing for Ohm and Magic Lover. It is going to be JJ from Beyond Cloud previously. If anyone remembers, he was paired with Fu Eyes in Dead Friend Forever and in 4 Minutes. And
Oh
now
man.
JJ is rebranding his name as JT, and it's going to be JT Ohm. And at
Okay.
first, I thought that JJ was just, or JT, I thought that JT was just going to be like a guest for this one series, but from their post, it looks like he is also joining Doomandi. So I don't know,
Oh
maybe he was
wow.
talking to Copper on the side, and Copper was like, I love it here, you should come. Since Copper was
Cute.
also from Beyond Cloud. But I'm excited for these two. I think, JJ or JT, I'm going to mess up his name every time now. JT was very sweet in his post saying that he's really happy to work with Ohm. He loves that Ohm can be himself and that he, is very true to himself in that way. And so I support anyone who supports Ohm. So yay for them. I'm excited.
Very cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people were excited about that week, this week. Very
Yeah,
fun.
I think their hashtag JTOM was like #1 trending in Thailand for a while, which is kind of insane. I'm super happy for them. I hope that everything goes
Absolutely.
well. I hope that JT fits in well at Do and D and has fun with Gangnam Ping and Thomas Kong, which I'm sure those four boys will also be very welcoming to them or to him. So, yeah.
Hmm. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that series.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I can't wait. And I think they already have the worship ceremony planned, so that one's going to start filming real soon.
Very cool. Exciting stuff happening.
Yay.
Oh, oh man. Okay, so we are into it. We are into it. What kinds of things did you see this week that you loved? Sending that out to the audience as well. Share some of your favorite moments with us as we move forward into the week. Obviously, people love connecting to you. We'll talk a little bit about that one amongst others. I have to say, there's only a couple of things that I noticed coming out this week, and only one that I was at all excited about. I know there's a CBL coming out uh tomorrow. Not so excited about that one, guys. But if you're excited about it, let us know in the comments. I don't even remember what it's called right now, but there is one coming out tomorrow. But the one I'm excited about is a Thai one called Nor the series.
Okay.
And it's coming out next Tuesday. So it'll be out. I don't know if I'll have seen it by the time we reach this live or not. We'll find out. but it's on WeTV. It's their new original series, and honestly, the preview was really well put together
Oh, cool.
and didn't really give much away, but it seems to have a really cool fantasy element and just nice nice backing music. And like I was like, okay, this looks like it's going to be a strong contender for a well done series from WeTV. So I know it's had some various iterations over the last couple of years. Like
Interesting. Okay.
this was the one that was supposed to be Boom from Smart and Boom. This was the next series he was supposed to be in, and
Oh,
then he backed out of it, and then it completely changed to like a different storyline and became this instead.
wow. Okay.
Turned into a full BL, whereas before it was unclear.
Oh, so this was the one, what was it called before, Akira? This was like the one
Yeah,
that
I'm
totally shifted? Wow,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure that's this one. Yeah, so that'll be
Got it.
interesting to see. I don't know if people will boycott it just simply because of all of that.
Oh, I
It's
hope not.
possible.
Just for the actor's sake, I hope that people don't do that, but I know that some people will.
Social, the CBL's title "Kiss" or the K word, and yes, that is correct. That is the title of
Oh, got it.
that show.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So yeah,
Should
that's
we
what's
go
coming out
into
tomorrow.
the one that we loved so much, the episode 1?
Yes, the one that like I was like, I'll give this a shot. It kind of looks fun, and I was like, watched all 4 episodes in one day. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes. Connecting to You from Taiwan. It is on Gaga Ulala, iQIYI, and Viki, all the places. According to our audience really, really loved this one as well. It's just the writing is fascinating. The idea is so cool, and I love the CGI effects that they're using. And the characters are also really well written. Like they're both very unique.
Yeah.
There's, like you say, Songbird in writing, it's like when you put two characters who are so different together, like it automatically creates tension. And I just feel like that's
Hmm.
what they've done with these two people. And I loved it. Like, and then there's really funny moments and silly moments, and then there's like really like heart-wrenching moments. And I was like, what is happening in this series? I'm obsessed.
I am too. I was so obsessed. I was like, sad by I do this like I watch shows with a group of people on Sundays. And they were like, "Oh, you've seen it already. We don't have to watch that one today." And I'm like, "No, guys, we should watch that one
You're
today.
like, I will rewatch this one with you.
Do not skip this one on my account. Let's watch this one." So, yeah, and it was just as fun. Episode 1 was just as fun to watch with a bunch of other people. Um, I kept trying to figure. I was like, I wonder what colored threads and with whom I would have. That's was
Ooh, I love that.
I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. I think that's more of an intrigue than anything else. So
Yes.
if you're like, huh, threads, colors, what? Check it out, guys.
You'll figure it out. I want to know, like, without being too spoilery, in the comments from the audience, I want to know, like, what was your favorite part, or did you binge all 4 at once like we did? Because it's just such a good show,
I watched 2 and I had to go to work and I was sad.
right? You're like, but
And
wait,
then
I
I
need to
came
know
home
what
and
happened.
immediately turned it on again. And then I was like, okay, I'll watch Weirdo 101 after. And so I did. And so by the time I saw Weirdo 101, which is the next show we're talking about, I was like so tired that the first half of that show was just kind of over my head.
Oh my gosh, you're like, my brain can't process BL anymore.
Something like that. But I don't know. It was processing connecting to you just fine. So that makes me wonder about the rockiness of the start of Weirdo 101.
Mm.
I love seeing Keen. And the ending, I thought the ending happened strongly. The beginning was like the first 2 parts on YouTube.
Mm.
For me, I had trouble focusing on them. How about you? What did it go any better for you?
So for me, just to say, Valerie says I binged all four at once. Amazing. Katie says I think it's an interesting concept. Yes, I also agree. Connecting to you is a very interesting concept, and I it's just really unique. I love it. Yes, for Weirdo 101 for me, I felt like the issue was in potentially the writing, but more so for me, it was the editing. I felt like there were
Mm,
songs that felt super out of place. There were like soundtracks that were coming in where I was like, this doesn't fit the tone of the scene. I felt like
oh,
it was
interesting.
very choppy. It almost felt like maybe a more inexperienced editing team or maybe one that didn't have a clear vision. So I'm curious to see if
Hmm.
as the episodes go on, if maybe their vision kind of hones in a bit, because I'm sure that can happen. But
Sure.
I felt like Keen and or C and Keen's acting was actually really good. Like both of them were really in their characters. Like
Yeah.
C being this like cute little nerd was adorable, and then Keen being this like kind of rough and tumble athlete was really fun because it's different for both of them. So I loved their acting. I just felt really weird about some of the editing choices. I was like, I don't know if they know what they're doing with this. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm curious if anyone else had those feelings for Weirdo 101,
Other
but I
people
really
did have a
love
rocky start.
yeah.
Like we have one. I don't think Weirdo 101 had a rocky start, but I did like connecting better. And
Okay,
maybe I just
okay.
had a direct comparison, and so I was like, okay, watch Weirdo 101, and then I think it was a fine first episode, but it's not 100% compelling. But didn't notice issues with the editing. So you're on an island. I'm on an island. We're on two separate islands about the same show. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
apparently I am on an island with the editing. Yeah,
But
that's fine.
for
I
me,
think
it might have just been like a lack of an ability to focus via being so tired. So
maybe
we'll try episode two. Obviously, I had
will.
going to be watching. Well, maybe it's not obvious. Now you know I will be watching C and Keen all the way through. Because I just think they're outstanding up and coming actors.
I agree. I
Uh,
love them. So yes, regardless how I feel about this series, I will be watching the whole thing because I just love them and I think that they, like you said, I think that they're really really talented up and coming artists. And even C, like I'm so proud of C. His dancing has improved so much just from like being with Keen and like he's leveled up in that
that's
so
pretty
much and
cool.
it's great.
I think I like the subtle hints of like maybe being on spectrum from C's
Yes,
character.
same. Yeah, I totally feel those hints from Weirdo 101 and I love that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like
you
the black
know,
and whiteness, the bluntness. Like I thought that was really well done.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool. I know some people, I don't know. I kept seeing things like the trailer doesn't match the show. I'm so disappointed, or
Oh, interesting. I
I
didn't watch
wasn't as far as that. I wasn't so disappointed. I didn't think the characters were really different at all from what was in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it
So
fit the pilot. I didn't watch the trailer, but from the pilot that was out when the lineup was announced, I felt like it was pretty spot on, honestly. But excuse me, I don't know what the trailer showed, so maybe the trailer showed something different. I'm not sure.
I don't even think they're subtle hints. He is definitely on the spectrum.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like so high functioning on spectrum that there probably wouldn't be a reason from it like a school perspective to diagnose that in this particular
that's
case.
true. Yeah. He is pretty high functioning. At least that's how they're showing him in episode 1. Maybe we'll find
Yes,
out more later, but
in the future episodes he might not be so high functioning, but he appears to be in episode one. Okay, so and then we both watched Love Times Three.
yes,
You thought it was cute, I'm guessing. It's on here.
I did. It was just I just thought it was worth chatting about. So, Love Times 3 or Love X3, however you want to read it. It's from Thailand. It's on iQIYI. It is from the same company, Tia 51, that did the Lovesick remake, which as we all
Hmm.
know, maybe some people out there enjoyed it. I felt like it had some issues and it had way too many characters in it. Um along the same vein, this one also has many characters.
It
However, I
does.
think they either listened to some feedback and or just learned a few things because they took a lot of time showing the names of each person with their picture, and then in every scene they repeated the names of each character like 800 times. So I was like, okay, we are making it clear who is who, and it is not as confusing as Lovesick for sure. I don't know. I thought it was cute. It's definitely a lot of the Lovesick Boys. It may be all of them, but honestly, I can't remember all the Lovesick Boys because there were so many. I definitely recognized
It's
a few
not Almond in
faces.
progress because they jump ship, you know.
Exactly. Almond and Progress are not in that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cute. It is I've heard that it is three novels put together, so I'm
Oh
interested to
wow.
see how that plays out because they've obviously put them all in the same school. And I don't know if all three novels lived in the same universe, but they're
Mm.
trying to combine all their stories. I don't know. I thought the characters are pretty well defined for the first episode, and so I may continue just to see kind of where they go with it. Because they did one of those cool. I won't say what happened, but they did one of those cool things where like the beginning of the episode was like the future and you saw all the problems that were going on and then they go back and they're like,
Oh
this is how it
yeah.
all started. And I kind of liked that because I was like, ooh, drama's gonna happen. So it intrigued me. So I don't know. I was like, yay, new acting boys, and maybe let's give it a chance.
I might just have a problem with large casts right now.
Fair.
I made it through Lovesick,
Okay.
but I didn't pay attention to who everybody was.
Mm.
And this one, not only is it like there's like episode one, yes, it introduced a lot of people, but it didn't clearly, other than the fact that there seems to be, well, I guess it did kind of clearly lay it out. It's just not my favorite kind of trope, and that's the one where there's more than two. I don't like this person likes this person, this person likes this person, this person like, but no two people like each other. Save that for
Uh-huh.
reality dating shows. That's where that belongs. No, no, I know that people. I know that's one way to build tension in a show for the writing, and like I know some people love that kind of tension building. That's just not my necessarily my cup of tea. It's not my favorite.
That's fair. That's fair. I definitely think that's what's happening here is that everyone likes somebody, but no one likes each other. At least as of right now.
Yeah, and like I'm already watching Clash Crush Crisis, and that one is also kind of got a bigger cast,
It does.
and I think personally it's just that much better. I'm kind of impressed by it actually. So might as well talk about that one next, eh?
Yeah, sure. Cognac Girl says, I appreciated how they laid out the characters because that was an issue with Loves 24. Yes, exactly. That's why I felt like they sort of listened to some feedback because when I'm saying, like, when I tell you they literally paused and put big letters with each character name and their picture and then said them 800 times, I was like, okay, someone here understands now that you have to actually tell us who the characters are. Katie's gonna skip this one. Totally fair. There are a lot of shows happening and a lot of like kind of high school ones too currently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
The
yeah,
number of
Songbird,
high
to
school
your
shows right now is kind of intense between Japan and Thailand.
oh my gosh, yes. Honestly, all the high school Japanese ones are blurring together for me. I have to like when I watch them, I have to remind myself, okay, this is the high school one where this happens. This is the high school one where this is happening. I'm like, there's too many. I agree with you, Songbird. Okay, this tongue twister. Class Crush Crisis is actually really impressing me. I feel like
Yeah,
the
right.
writing is great. The editing is very fun. It's kind of reminding me of like a mix between My School President and Jail Boys 2 a little bit, like with the
Yeah,
vibes.
right.
But like the cinematography is really nice. The characters are really cute. I don't know. I like the main characters. I think their chemistry is really fun. Um yeah, it's very simple. It's very easy to digest, but it's like I don't know. I'm liking it. I think even if it might not be as crazy as Pit Babe was, because this is from Change, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's cute, if you want
It
something
is. Yeah.
easy that's like pretty decent acting and editing, like I would give it a chance.
Absolutely. And the beauty of it is here in the United States and on Netflix. Easy to
Exactly.
find.
Yes. What
So
do you
yeah,
like?
Cost Crisis. I thought like I just watched that show every week, and I don't know. I don't think I watch it on the day it airs, but maybe the day after because I think it's another Friday show.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the two main characters they really stole the show essentially. Super
Yeah.
cute.
And I know I've seen one of them before at least. I don't know what he's been in, but the quote unquote second name character, I know that I've
Uh-huh.
seen him in something before. Maybe he's just been a side character in something, but I'm
No,
like, I
maybe.
definitely recognize him.
And
But yeah.
also, like for those, I know some people really like specific tropes, and one of the tropes that I know some of my friends like is the forced proximity trope.
We love a good forced proximity trope.
And this one definitely has your forced proximity trope in it. It's so fun for that.
Yes. Also, for me, this isn't I won't specify what they said, so I feel like it's not too much of a spoiler, but I love the I'm going to set a rule for myself, but now I have to break it kind of thing.
that's fair. Yeah, they do that too, don't they?
I like that trope.
Um, yeah, it's high school, but there's some unique elements to it that make it kind of fun to
Yeah,
watch. And oh, what was I gonna say? Trying to think here. Oh, as far as like continuity goes and threads and writing, like they're doing a really nice, easy, great flow with this particular show.
for
That's easy to
sure.
watch.
Valerie's liking it. She doesn't usually like high school shows, but she's watching this one. I love that. I needed sweet. Yes, anything lighthearted after Edge of Horizon, please. Katie's loving all the Japanese BLs. Oh yeah, I think Katie, you were the one that was saying that you love the Japanese high school tropes. So like you are just living in Japanese high school heaven right now.
And another
Cognac
one started
Girl.
last weekend, so you know.
Cognac Girl was also surprised. Yeah, each episode's getting better. Oh, and Osho's talking about a new one, reality show with dating show vibes. Okay. Heart Says Move In from Mars Rock starts this Friday on YouTube. Ooh, I love that. Amazing.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you for sharing.
A BL reality dating show vibe kind of show. Okay, cool, cool.
Very cool.
That's where you can put the love triangles.
Right?
Perfect for that kind of show. No, I don't know. Let's just say that's the only place I'm willing to watch them.
Right? I know.
Oh man,
Songbird, are you caught up on Gel Boys 2 at all?
I am. I did not. I was not able to sit down and watch episode 2 like in one go. It
Oh,
wasn't like connecting to you, which I was like Zoom.
okay,
For like the
okay.
second episode, I was like watch a little bit, go do something else. Got distracted, right? So I it
Interesting.
didn't hold my attention quite as hardcore as
Okay.
connecting to you did.
That's fair.
Still,
That's
it's
fair.
entertaining storytelling method with the like the futuristic storytelling about like and then the episode goes back in time.
Hmm.
That's a really fun storytelling trope.
It is
Like
a fun storytelling trope.
in books when it's done properly, like sometimes you feel like it feels more real almost when it's done like that.
Mm.
I wouldn't say that Jail Boys 2 has given it a more of a real vibe, but it's still a fun trope.
Yeah. It's interesting that you talk about that because that's actually the one part that I'm like, are they going to make this mean more? Or is this just like, are they doing it just to do it sort of thing? Because right now I feel like it seems sort of arbitrary, but I'm curious how they're going to make it matter more. But I don't know. I feel like I'm glad that the director didn't uh what's the word, didn't like go too far off of the path and direction that the original director did. Like I feel like it's still very realistic, still feels very,
Sure.
true to the characters. I i agree. I don't think it's quite as compelling as the first season, but
Mhm.
I do sort of love that they're creating issues for the two pairs because of
They
course,
are.
that happens when you're together. And it's sort of the same concept for both, just realized in different like in different ways, if that makes sense.
Sure.
For anyone, I'm trying not to spoil here, but it's like they kind of took the same concept, but like it's different for each pair. So I'm really curious to see how that develops. And I don't know. I do feel like it is sort of an interesting concept, because I feel like for a lot of season 2s they just throw conflict at the pairs because of course why not, we need conflict. And I feel like this at least is a more interesting way to create conflict than some of our other tropes that are used. So that's kind of my take on it.
I feel like there's only I guess we're kind of diving into the writing with Doughboys, eh? There's only so many types of conflicts you can give to an established couple.
Hmm.
Um, like and I agree. Like these are maybe two more like 2026 type concepts, like conflicts. They didn't go classic on us. Well,
Very true.
one of them is classic. I take that back. One is classic. Like it may not be used often, but it is classic. Like we've seen it in
True,
various
yeah.
forms of storytelling before, but the other one is very 2026.
Yes, it's
Um,
very, yeah.
very like what would it be Gen X, Gen Z, Gen whatever
Whatever gen we're in now.
23 year olds and below. Like that would be like kind of a problem that could happen nowadays. Um, actually, I think I might have even seen a Korean reality dating show with a girl with that problem.
Oh, okay.
But she was an eternal single, meaning like she'd never gotten a boyfriend in her life
Oh,
ever,
interesting. Okay.
and she thought that that might have been part of the reason why.
Ah, interesting.
And now, if you're curious about what this conflict is, you should go watch it, I guess.
Yes, you
Because
should. Anyone else is watching, let us know what you think. Um,
absolutely, but yeah, that was a really interesting one. The other one, it's bound to happen. But yeah, those two boys were that was super fun.
yeah. And then this one, I'm more so wanted to touch on this one to actually just say, an unfortunate negative review. I
Oh
think
no.
maybe Katie, I forget who, we have a Max Nat fan in this audience. So I'm sorry, but I'm actually curious what you're thinking of your third. I watched I'm current. I am up to date, and I think I am no longer going to watch this one. I feel like it's really
Hmm.
tough for me to get through the story of this one and the
Interesting.
editing a little bit. Max and Nat are adorable. I actually think like their characters are really well defined and are really fun. Max is playing
Hmm.
like this crazy character, which is really hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. There's something off about it that it's hard for me to get into. So I think I'm dropping it, but I'm really curious for our Max Nat fans. If you're enjoying it, maybe I'm on my own island, which is fine. It's kind of a pun because you're third, they're on an island. Um, but maybe I'm on my
I
own island. I'm curious what everyone else thinks.
You're not.
Because I really
I
wanted to watch
I
it.
stopped watching that a couple episodes ago. You lasted longer than I did.
That's fair. You know what, Katie? I was actually kind of thinking that you said it's a show you watch if you're a Max Nat stan. That's how I kind of felt about Shim Shui with Tudor Yim. I was like, if you
Yeah,
love Tudor Yim, you will watch this and you'll probably enjoy it. But if you're
sure.
not a Tudor Yim fan, you're not gonna like it. And I feel like that's
Hmm.
kind of how this is. It's like if you're not really into Max and Nat, you're not gonna really like it. Unfortunately, I know, Katie. You know what? I okay. I don't want to super name names, but I just well, okay, here's the thing. I actually think Two Worlds went pretty well. Like Max
I
and
do
Nat did Two
too.
Worlds, and I just think because it wasn't with Doom and D, it didn't get as much exposure, but they still did like a world tour of fan meets, which is really cool. So I think Two
Hmm.
Worlds actually did okay. I just think that they need to get away from a certain director that really, really loves working with them, and then maybe they will be able to shine. That's my hope for them. My same kind of hope for Tutor Yim, but I think Tutor Yim at least is getting that new scary series with Dulfirst 1, so I'm hoping that that one goes well.
Me
Um
too.
but yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I We don't have a show for Max Nat announced after your third because they were focusing on this one. So maybe something will be in the cards for them. I hope. I mean, Naughty Babe did okay, and Two Worlds, like I said, I think actually did pretty well. So it's not like they had nothing. They just haven't had anything blow up for them like Kemjira, like Doing With You. So
Sure.
I guess we'll see. Um, yeah, I couldn't watch Tutor Yim either. Fair. There aren't many Doom and D shows actually. Like, oh, interesting. More misses than hits. Katie thinks. This current part is
Same.
just dragging on. I do laugh at Max's character. Max's character is fun. Yeah, there are some funny moments in it. Yeah, I think there are some funny moments. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where it falls flat, but um what I consider overacting is a thing in Thailand. Valerie, I do think that that is a part of some Thai acting in series
It
is that there is
is.
like this overacting comedy version that they do and or like overacting drama like what you see in Lacorns. So I actually
Yeah.
think that, to make something more realistic is actually more like maybe it's something they're exploring more, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I
So
think like the soap operas, the Licorns, that's stylistically a thing everywhere for soaps.
true,
Don't
that's
you think?
very true. It seems like every country or culture has a version, right?
Yeah, and it's overacting in its own way. It's always super dramatic with crazy music, crazy pauses. You're just like, "Oh, come on." But so that is the Licorn style everywhere, and it just so happens that it's pretty popular in Thailand. And then so we get a lot of them even in the BL world. And then the comedy, the over the top comedy, I think they're trying to stylistically copy Japan.
Mhm.
Japan, in my opinion, does it better.
Yeah. It felt like, at least to me, it felt like Your Third was trying for the comedy style of Your Sky and Doing With You a little bit, and it
Mm,
sort of accomplished it, but wasn't quite there in my opinion. It was like,
that
I don't know.
particular director takes like just tends to have it overdone in general, though,
I
because
agree. Yeah.
like we watched A Dog in a Plane, and that was also comedic. That
Yes.
was everything that we wish this other director could be,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Like I
For
was like,
sure.
oh, I recognize like what was trying to be happen in some of these shows,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Shimshui and Your Third, and like
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. I mean, Tay and New were had over the top moments, but they weren't like, I don't know. The timing was better, I guess. Maybe it's
Yeah,
the
I
timing
think
was
and you
much
know what?
better.
Like, I'm sure that the teams for Your Third and Shim Shui, like, worked really hard. I don't think that
I'm
they
sure they
didn't work
did.
hard. I think that, there's just levels of skill and also like visions aligning, and sometimes it's just tough to get those all those things to match up. And so, I I hope that the team, I'm sure they tried their best. I hope that, they improve in the future and that more things happen for them. And I guess we'll see. But Osho's got some more series. Oh yeah, hold on, Harutura Kun. I liked that it was a bit different from the mainstream too. That one was interesting. Again, it's sort of blurring together with all the other high school Japanese shows, but I did enjoy the first episode. I haven't watched Ash though, and a couple of you are liking that, so I definitely need to put that one on my list.
That
Um,
was a fun start. I didn't put it on the list of stuff that I was like excited about this week because I don't know.
okay.
It kind of dragged a little bit for me in comparison to some of the others. But then again, I wasn't watching it on my own screen, so some of the action scenes were like stop motion animation. That
Oh,
could
yeah,
be part of my problem for that show. I'm sure also
got
it's
it.
on Yo. And episode one's on YouTube, but the rest haven't been released on YouTube, and I'm not sure they will. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging to get your hands on.
Heard, that's true.
Haruto,
Oh yeah,
Harutora Kun was refreshing for a school BL, I suppose.
yeah. Flirting with My Arch Rival on Earth. Oh yeah, from the same company that did Dear Mr. Little Bear and A Mountain Can Hold Two Tigers, whatever that title is. Okay, I didn't watch that one, but I should. That's awesome. I'm happy that I'm not the only one thinking the main character was a bit annoying. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. That's
Absolutely.
great.
You know a show though that like is doing that kind of over the top comedy? Well, at least they did in episode one. That's all I've seen is Duty First Kiss Later.
Yes! Yes! We haven't talked about it yet. I am obsessed with this show. Anyone who loves, well, this is Japanese, but it is old person love, if you want to call it that. I think that these characters are so interesting. This writing is so interesting. They are pulling off the crazy over the top comedy and the drama so well. And they're in this whole like mode of self discovery and like taking risks and also like family drama and like heartwarming moments and all this stuff, and I'm just like I love it. I love it so much. I am curious if anyone else is watching it because it's one of my favorites right now.
All right, well, so that's a high praise. I was intending on doing a little binge, but maybe I'll do a little binge sooner and catch up with that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel like if you're into like old man yaoi, it's really enjoyable. I mean, it's not like old man, but you know what I mean.
But
Like
they're
old,
not that old. I mean, come
they're in their
on.
30s, I believe. So
the, the actor is only 34, but he's playing someone who's 40-ish,
Okay, there you go. Yes. So
according to Katie.
oh, okay. It's just funny that he's considered old. I know. Well, I feel like anytime we say old man yaoi, it's like anybody who's not in their 20s, you know? It's like anyone older than 20 is considered old in the BL world, which is so funny. It's really fun. I'm totally into an older cast. Yes. Plus I feel like I don't know. I like that they're older and they're also playing it like it's happening when they're older, if that makes sense. 'Cause I
Right.
feel like sometimes they're older actors who are like playing people who are like acting like they're in their 20s or whatever. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're just, and I love that they're in these two different departments and that they're like these two opposites coming together. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's really fun watching each character like discover different things.
Oh, so yeah, I mentioned that it was on Yoku. That's I maybe I pronounced it incorrectly.
Oh,
Um,
yes, yes, yes. Oh,
it's not
yeah,
that
'cause
it's hard to find, it's just that who wants to pay for yet another subscription? That's all.
I know it's so tough. There's so many streaming apps nowadays. There's like all the vertical ones, there's all the, regular ones, and just more and more are coming out. So, but you know what I've loved though is that Gaga has not raised its price since I subscribed. It
Yes,
has been $6.99 the entire time, and I'm like, thank you, Gaga.
I do love Gaga. They give us all the JBLs anyway, so
They
100%.
do. All
So
right.
I didn't finish any shows this week, but it looks like you've got something to say about a
Yes.
certain show.
So I also did not finish this show, but as we are here to critique things a little bit, I also just wanted to point out that I got through, I think, 5 episodes of When Light Fades. When Light Fades did end this week, and I'm so sorry for everyone
Oh,
who
okay.
enjoyed it. I could not get through. I really, really tried because I really like Boss and his acting, and I think his acting was very good throughout, but I had some issues with the writing, a little bit of issues with the editing, and it was tough for me because the actor playing with Boss was very clearly newer, and the gap for
Mm,
me was too big in experience and talent. And so I don't
interesting.
know. I'm curious if anyone finished it. I'm curious if anyone enjoyed it. It also could just be that it's just not my cup of tea. I'm not a huge fan of these more politically based shows. For example, even though I loved Shine and how good it was, me personally, the content, I was like, even though it was really, really well done and beautiful. So yeah, I'm curious if anyone else finished it this week and what you thought. But I hope that Boss continues acting and moves forward. I don't know if these two are moving forward together or if it's gonna be, their separate journeys, but we'll see. The Servant Prince finishes. Yes, I have loved The Servant Prince also. It's so
I
good.
have too. I think might be mostly caught up with that. I might just have the last two episodes to watch. So
There's honestly so many good things out now. Like I feel like out of the 25 things airing, like maybe at least 19 are pretty good. I don't know.
that's
Um
true. Like if the servant prince will obviously have to go on our list of possibilities for our inner circle to choose this next week for
yes.
this spoilers section.
Yes. Shine is now on Netflix. That's amazing. So many
It
shows are getting
is
added to Netflix, like Kenjira, Dueling with You. Um,
shine now.
what other shows? I feel like there was a GMM TV show that got
There's
added
a new
recently.
one coming. Oh, Unlucky Bay is on Netflix.
Yes, Unlucky Days on Netflix.
Dare
Um,
You to Death, and I don't know. We all felt like, well, maybe GMM TV should have picked a different show to start their. Well, it's not start because they had Sodus on Netflix for a long time, but to start their newest Sojourn on Netflix, maybe Dare You to Death was not the right choice. But
yes. I think
here we
Tame
are.
Ho is on Netflix, right? I don't know for every country, but for some countries it was on
Yeah,
Netflix,
no,
I
there
believe.
was. That's true. I've got to look if it's US or not. But yeah, no, I've seen that Tempo is on Netflix. Yeah.
We're getting a special episode. Oh, for the Servant Prince. Ooh, okay. I love that. Oh, Goddess Bless You to Death and Survivor. Yes, correct. Yeah, so many things are moving to Netflix now,
Uh,
which is great. Pet
all
Babe.
of Change 2531's catalog is on Netflix.
Oh, amazing. I love that. Um, Very cool. And I know at least for Doom and D, for the next Prince, Kenjira and Dueling with You, they did do like special edits for the Netflix versions. You may not notice them because a lot of them are subtle, but there have been some scenes added or some scenes like using different camera angles in the editing. So if you are like, why would I watch that again? You should watch the Netflix version, at least of the Doom and D shows, because they are a little different.
The one that's notably different and noticeably different is The Next Prince.
Oh, really? I
Uh,
have not watched that one
so
yet.
so different that all of our complaints about the ending are now gone.
Really? Wait, now I have to
Yeah.
rewatch. Okay, I definitely have to rewatch the next Prince's Netflix version then because
Yeah, it is
I have
now a
feelings.
complete show in my opinion. And I had strong feelings about the ending of that too. So,
Ooh, okay.
yeah.
Obsessed with that. The Netflix versions to Doomity were greatly enhanced. That's awesome. I love that. I think from what I can tell, the Dueling with You edits are not that different comparatively.
No.
And I don't know if they're super enhanced or not, but at least the next Prince sounds like it was drastically different. Um
Drastically different. Definitely rewatch that one, everybody. Rewatch that one, especially if you had problems and issues. Rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm like now I need to rewatch this. I'm like so excited now. I need to go watch. Katie's like, "What did they do?" Well, we can't tell you.
It doesn't, that would be a spoiler.
You are now. Oh well, Katie doesn't have Netflix, so Katie's not gonna be able to watch it.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
not fair. Katie,
oh
you'll have to
no.
DM us. We'll
Well,
get back to you
Katie,
about that.
maybe we'll have to private message you somehow and tell you what happens.
Something along those lines. You'll have to let us know.
Unless Ava becomes queen, I don't know if I care.
That's
Period.
fair. That's
I love
fair.
it. That is so funny. Okay, great. Well, we are now to our spoiler sections, friends. Thank you so much for all your comments and for sharing things we didn't talk about. That's one of my favorite parts of this now is that since we're not necessarily covering every single series, we can also hear about what you guys are excited about, which is really cool.
Absolutely. And Cognac
Thank-
Girl finished One Light Phase. She thinks that it needed to settle on its tone because it had too much going on.
I
Okay.
agree. I fully agree with that. That was one of my issues with the editing because I think that they were trying to I think personally they were trying to alleviate the seriousness a little bit by adding in
I
some funny sound effects and funny things. And so it's like what exactly are you trying to get across with this
They
show?
should have just left it serious. Like a, maybe they were trying to make some kind of political statement about communism
Maybe. It's very
and that it's
possible.
ridiculous. It's possible because like they were eating animals that in Thailand they don't eat ever, for example.
Got it.
It's
Yeah.
considered taboo in Thailand, you know? So I think I don't know. I don't know. They might have. I mean, like the communism that they set forth, at least because I only watched the first few episodes, seemed to be classic Marxist communism, and not the like the kind of communism that ended up being dictatorships in various countries. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. They might have been trying to poke fun at something.
Yeah, it's
Just a
interesting.
thought.
It's also possible that like maybe they felt like the political statement was too heavy-handed, so they wanted to like light it up a bit. They were like, "Oh no, it's not going to get accepted if we do this." But I
I
think
don't know.
if you're going to go for something like that, you just got to go for it. Like you just
For I saw something a few years ago from a sociologist that kind of studies Thailand a little bit, and I don't know. I didn't do follow up research, so take it with a grain of salt. But they were saying that Thailand government will just take stations off the air and shut shows down if they don't approve.
mm. Well, they did let Shine get through. So
They did, but that wasn't like as touting a different kind of government necessarily.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean it may be possible that they thought that they wouldn't be able to air it if it was too serious or I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting.
It's an interesting thought, just something to consider.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they did it a disservice, seemingly. So
Mm. We have some
anyway,
people who watched Bittersweet Love. Oh, that ended as well. The story in the latter part felt weak, but I loved the family dynamics. Katie thought the last episode was very interesting. Cognac Girl, I love this phrase, no more soup man, because as someone who hasn't watched it, I'm like, what? But I'm sure if you've watched it, that
Beats-
makes so much sense. So I'm obsessed with that.
that was the perfect kind of non-spoiler spoiler.
Exactly. I
That's
love
the
that.
kind
That's
we like
great.
on this show.
I'm like, now I'm intrigued. I need to know what the soup is.
Right? Okay, so if you have been keeping up on the Edge of Horizon, stick with us. And I'm surprised, Beth, that is one of your favorites since it does have a political angle to it, quite a
I
significant one.
know. I mean, I'm surprised too, to be honest, but like, man, I feel like this is a romance for the ages. Like, this one might be in
Absolutely.
my,
Absolutely.
it's might be in my top 5 Thai shows at the moment. Like,
Well, dang. Like, and when Beth says top five, she doesn't mean just this year. I now understand. She means of all
yes,
time. Just
I mean, like,
FYI.
of all time.
And she's seen hundreds. So
This is true.
this is true. So that's like significant. So we're going to be spoiling the Edge of Horizon. We're going to be like diving into a little bit of the writing, a little bit of the acting. So if you want to stick around for that, join us. Otherwise, have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We love all the conversation.
Absolutely. Okay, so the Edge of Horizon, it is a Thai BL and it happens to be on Gaga here in this country. And where? Is it View Thailand? 1D? I
Oh,
don't remember.
1D probably since it's 131. Um,
Probably.
but I'm not positive.
But we're all grateful that Gaga picked it up for us.
Yes. Thank you, Gaga Ulala.
Okay, so like I stopped watching at episode 6 whenever episode 6 happened. Not at, but like after, cuz I was like, yeah, this is not going to be pretty.
True. Thank you, Osho. Bye.
It's just avoiding heartache. We'll leave it at that. But then our inner circle voted for the Edge of Horizon for this week. And so I sucked it up and I caught up and I spent last night crying. So thank you for that, everybody.
Thank you, our inner circle from Patreon, for having us choose this one and making Songbird cry. It's all your fault. Just saying.
It's all your fault. No, I'm glad I caught up because it really is such an excellent show. In fact, I kind of wish we were reacting to it.
Uh, you know, friends, we might just react retroactively to this one because there are so much to unpack and it's so good and I wouldn't mind
There is,
rewatching it.
yeah.
So you may see it in our future. We'll see what happens.
Well, at least put it on the list of possibilities for people to vote on because I think that's one of
Yes,
the things we added to Patreon, right? Was like people voting.
exactly. Poor Songbird.
Uh,
Valerie feels for you.
well, it is what it is, but I wouldn't have cried if it wasn't really beautifully executed at the end of the day. So let's talk about the writing and why Romeo and Juliet is a classic. But no,
Ooh,
really,
I love the comparison. Okay.
but no, I mean, that is what it is, right? We have it is not opposing families, but like that trope. There's a reason why it's a classic. It builds natural tension without too much of a challenge, and that is putting people on opposite sides of some sort of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's warring families in Romeo and Juliet, and that started it, and that's how that particular trope ended up like through the ages just sticking. And we see it in a lot of things. And I don't think this is so far from that particular kind of trope that it can't be compared.
Yeah, I think
You
that
know?
works. I know. I'm trying to think of a classic version of like a class separation, but my brain is failing me. So I feel like that's a as good of a comparison as any. Like some sort of big conflict between the two. You
Well,
know.
in this case, it's ideology. It's
Hmm.
not just war, but it's like full on ideology, right? Because we have one
Yeah.
person who is pro democracy and another person who is part of the aristocracy they're trying to like end.
Yeah. For sure.
So, sure, we've got a class thing because he starts out as a servant, and the other guy's what is that? That would be like the other guy's the wealthy guy.
Yeah.
So that's I guess that's an extra element that's been added into this. But I feel like the reason it feels so dramatically epic is because of that classic trope
Hmm.
and the fact that it's quite possible that it could end in tragedy.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like it could very well have a sad ending. I don't know if they'll do that to us, but I just
I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
not going to be like a double, like end yourself kind of ending. It's not that kind of ending.
No, probably not. But I mean, I can't foresee like unless we get some sort of time skip or like reincarnation or something, I don't know how it will be reconciled in this time period. We'll see.
I I can't see it happening really because who is it? Tin is so determined to like he did forgive him. He by the end of episode 9, he's forgiven him for having essentially destroyed his family,
Yeah.
or being a part of the group that destroyed his family.
Mhm.
Like he understands the ideology, he understands all of those things, but he's like, we can't be together because I can't see you lose your dream over me.
Yeah.
So if it's not one thing, it's another thing.
It's true. Oh, Katie thinks it's gonna have a happy ending. Okay. I love the optimism. I'm
I
here
love
for
it
it.
too. I feel like I feel like they did add an extra episode in. It was supposed to be 10. It's now 11.
Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And we were like, "Wait, what are they adding?" So let's
Right?
see. Um yes, Cognac Girl, I agree. It is has been executed so well because it really is like could be like the main storyline is, I mean, yes, the romance is a huge part of it, but like that romance doesn't you know, it could be anybody. Like it could be anybody with the
Sure.
class difference and stuff like that, but they made it like a queer romance, a gay romance, and like
And that
it's
just
just
adds an extra layer of controversy at the end of the day.
exactly.
I loved him just sobbing, saying, I thought it was just going to be because we were two men. I didn't realize it was going to be because of these different ideologies, too, and how, like, that whole extra layer just kind of
Yeah.
crushed his soul, essentially.
Oh my gosh. Like the fact that, I mean, we'll get into this in a minute, but like the fact that he, Pope, is just like seeing everything he lost and all the consequences of his choice. And like he has to debate in his head whether it was worth it or not. And like, oh, it's just
Right?
so
And
heart wrenching.
and then we have this extra layer, and I don't know if it's good or bad. It's fun in writing to make it based around real historical events.
Yes.
Like historical fiction is such a genre, and this is within that genre because this revolution did happen.
Yeah.
Um, so we knew the outcome of the revolution before it happened. If
Mm-hmm.
you were like curious about the history, you would have known about the outcome of this revolution before it happened.
Yep.
Um, and honestly, apparently in real life, it really was that anticlimactic.
Wow.
Like no bloodshed, just straight up is it went down exactly as it was in the show. Um, and so maybe for some, like it felt a little like really that was we built up to that and that was it kind of situation. I don't know, but that's the risk you take by making it around real historical events. Is just this knowledge, so it can be fun or it can be difficult. But just the way they built up the story and the continuity and all the threads and all the weaving, I like to compare writing stories and characters and putting it all together like creating a tapestry.
Yes.
There has been no holes in this tapestry in my humble opinion. Like it's just been a really excellently woven story, and that is in part due to your favorite bit, which is the acting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. No, I totally agree. I'm like, the tapestry has been woven. It has been woven beautifully. There have been no holes. Like the directing and the writing and the acting have all come together beautifully. Some of the comments, let's see. Oh, Cognac Girl just hopes the ending makes sense. I agree. However, they lead up to it. Poor Pope was too naive and idealistic. I know. I actually
Uh,
am obsessed with the fact that because this happens all the time. Like
it's real. It
he
was so real.
it was so real. It's like he believed in his commander. His commander gave him all these ideals and told him all these things and he was like, "I'm going to like be part of the new world." And then he goes to the party and he realizes his commander is after all the same political alliances that everybody else has been, and he's taking the bribes and he's talking to the people, and then he's like, why did I do this? Why did I, you know, follow you and put my faith in you? And the guy was like, this is how it is. It's politics.
Right?
He's basically like, it's politics, baby. And you're like, he like Pope is so crushed and he's just like, but what did I fight for? Why did I
Right?
do this if it's just gonna like, because they were saying like, did it just change hands? Did it just change
Right?
leaders into the same thing? And I was like, this is so good. This is so like I loved it.
Uh,
And yes, like he's the same emotional person that was introduced to us. Yes, Cognac Girl. In talking with the talking about the acting as well. Like yes, in the writing they've made Pope the same person in his
mhm.
core, and I actually love that the fact this is like writing and acting, but I love that they showed us a little glimpse into Pope's idea that the servants are equal to the masters, quote unquote, to the
Mm,
royalty. before everything happened, when he was with
Yeah.
Tin before, because we could see, oh, this isn't something that he's just learned as he went to France and
No.
went to school. This is something
It
he's
was always
always
his
felt.
ideal.
But
Yeah.
now we're like, now he has the power to do something about it. I really love that.
Right.
And I really felt like um uh oh my gosh. Oh, in who plays Pope really kept that consistency throughout in his acting and showed
Mhm.
like he always had that strength in him. He just never had the power to like execute it. But then like one of the things I really admire about him and Ong Sa is their physicality choices. Like the minute
Sure.
he came back as a soldier, he was like upright. He took space. He took like he had an aura walking into a room. And I love
Sure.
that Ong Sa, like I don't actually I'm not sure too much of how Ong Sa is in real life. I've seen some videos of him, but not a ton to know
Mhm.
how he walks and talks and sort of things like that. But I love how he has made Prince Tin like this very soft but composed person and very like, just kind of light. His movements are very light. And it was so
Mhm.
obvious when he was thrown into the manual labor and thrown into where he had to ask for a job. He looked so out of place
He
because of his
did.
acting and his physicality choices. It's like he looked like someone who was frail and couldn't do this work because of how
Mhm.
he decided to sit and look and act, like even with his facial expressions. And I just even with his voice is very soft and mellow and calm and quiet. Like I just feel like so many details have been thrown in and put into these characters and this character work, and it's just really really beautiful to see.
I kept thinking with there's a few scenes, but one stuck out, and that was when they were in a hallway and Pope was trying to convince Tin to stay with him. Um, I kept thinking how Beth is going to be really happy with the stakes in this scene and
I'm
how
sure
well
it's
they
the
were
same scene I'm thinking
executed.
of. Yes. No. So Songbird was talking about like I am obsessed with the stakes being high in a scene, and what that means is like, what will the characters lose if they don't get their objective right now? Like, what will they
Mhm.
lose if they don't get what they want? And that if you create like a very important thing that they're going to lose, it makes the intensity rise in the scene. And yes, I was
Mhm.
one of my notes was for these two, like the stakes were so high. You could see that they both really really wanted their objective, and like Pulp really really wanted Tin back, and like it's just that intensity of need and want and desire for the thing that you need in the scene. It was like
Mhm.
both of them were so beautiful. Even Tin, like there's the ending scene, not ending scene, but like when he was saying to Pulp like I forgive you, but like we can't be together. Even that, like you could see that Tin and Ongsa were like holding back
Mhm.
their emotions, because to him, like what he really needed was he needed Pope to walk away. He's like, even if I love him, I have to hold it in so that Pope will walk away and let me walk away. And like, but those stakes were so high for him that it created that tension. And I was like, yes,
Mhm.
these two are doing such a good job at creating the stakes and raising the stakes and just making us fall in love with their love story.
And in that scene, Tin walked away, but then Pope like chased and like did the back hug thing,
Yes.
and I bet that was more because of the stakes than anything else. It felt like it was because of the stakes.
Exactly. And that's something where like if the stakes are high for your character and for you in the scene, a move like that will seem warranted. Because what happens, like, if the stakes weren't that high and you were like, oh, it's okay if he walks away, or like, oh, like, I need
Mhm.
him, but I don't really need him. If the director told you to then run after him and hug him from behind, it would seem staged, or it would seem like
Sure.
it wouldn't seem like it made sense in the moment. But if you
Mhm.
have that tension and you have that need and your whole body is like full of it, and then like full of that energy, and then the director is like, okay, run now. It's like you release all that energy and you run and you hug. Like something that can't happen if the stakes and the desire isn't already built up to that intensity. So I think
That
that
makes a
they
lot of sense.
did that really, really well.
So, I think that like what we have here at the end is all about Pulp and his decision making, and like it's a question he asked, right? If you could turn back time, it's not exactly worded. I didn't do a quote for quote, like a word for word thing. But if you could turn back time, would you do the same thing again? Like he said that, and then he was talking to himself. It was one of those like inner monologue kinds of things. Um, and like, I don't know. That's a good question. I kept thinking to myself, I was like, his answer was yes, he would do the same thing again. At least at the beginning. I think he's wavering a little bit right at the moment until Tin said, but look what you did for the children, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, would people choose like here in the now in the present, if you were confronted with such a situation, would you choose duty over love? What do you think?
Yes, for all our audience members, like that that is the question. Do you choose duty? Do you choose the fate of the country? Do you choose the future of the Thai people? Or do you choose love? Do you choose your family? Do you choose the person who you want to spend the rest of your life with in this new world? It's such a hard
Hmm.
question. I honestly, for me, I choose love because I don't feel that strongly connected to duty or to bettering the world in that way. But
Mm.
I don't know. For someone who's more
Well,
politically
said
minded,
like intrinsically linked, right? Because in his head, he thought it was going to be some sort of magical thing that would make it possible for him and Tin to be together.
yeah, exactly. No, that's so true. It's like to
And I
him,
mean, that event did lead to that. Just what is it, 35 to 2025? How many years is that? Because that's how long it took for that to happen
oh, yeah,
in real life. Marriage equality happened in 2025.
yeah,
So, and I'm sure that that was part of the trigger,
sure,
but it didn't happen overnight like what Paul was hoping for.
exactly. And I
So at the
think
end of the day, was his sacrifice worth it? Would he still be alive today? Could they be alive in 2025? They'd be
that's
very old
true.
men.
That's true. Yeah, I mean,
No.
at the end of the day, like, did he do something good for the country? Probably, yeah. But it's like he didn't think about the immediate consequences for the royal family. He didn't think, he
Mm,
thought in Pope's mind, Tin was going to be exempted from all the bad things that would happen because Tin is a good person and Tin has my support and I'll be able to protect him. But the
sure.
commander was like, the whole family has to go. Like, it doesn't matter if he's a good person. It doesn't matter if he doesn't have these ideals. The whole family has to go because they're all risks.
Hmm.
And he like lost his whole ideal of like what would happen. And like when he
Sure.
was watching Tin do the manual labor and was like crying in the dark, like in the shadows, I was just like, oh
Right.
my gosh, I can't, like, he can't even go help him because, oh,
At one point when he was watching him eat, he was even behind bars, wasn't he? I
I
think he was behind
know.
bars.
Oh, like the scene where Tin just like collapses on the bridge and is eating out of like the banana leaves. I was like,
Hmm.
oh,
And his
if
poor bloodied hands.
I
I don't
know.
know.
And I'm like, I mean, it's in one way, it's like, okay, cool, he's learning to do manual labor, but in another way, it's just like, but he didn't do anything to deserve this.
But his grandma made a really lovely, like that speech she gave
Oh,
about like it being okay because now they were just learning a different way or a different like,
she she was my favorite in that scene. That was such
oh
a
really?
beautiful monologue. Like that was so. And I also love, like, this is a small detail, but I love the
Mhm.
design team or the stylist team for making her not wear makeup. Like they lost all their
Yeah.
money and she wasn't wearing makeup. And then when they got a little bit of money because she started selling her desserts, all she had on was like like a tad of eyeshadow and like a little like very pale lipstick. And I was like, this
Mhm.
is so real to real life. Like I loved that they added that detail.
That was really cool too. Yeah, no, there's some really small details that are fun in this show for sure.
Right?
Ugh,
Katie says I'm lazy, so I wouldn't be in the military in the first place and would just be chilling with my boyfriend Tin. I'm obsessed. That's such a good answer. um, Valerie says I chose my ideals and have let go of family to an extent, but I still try to make bridges. Okay, so Valerie sort of chose duty and
yeah.
her ideals. That's very interesting. It's been emotional and psychologically difficult. Now, Valerie, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but if you had the chance to go back, would you still choose your ideals, knowing the outcome? I'm curious, but feel free to not answer if you don't want to. Katie says I would not stay with my partner if we had completely diametric views, but with Pope and Tin, they don't actually have different ideals. This is true. I mean, Tin is sort
Very
of
true.
on Pope's side. He just also loves his family. It's like he doesn't,
Yes.
he wants the world to be better, but he just doesn't want it at the expense of his family. So that's fair. Yes, the grandmother really did give him a tremendous gift. Oh, and Valerie says yes. Valerie would still choose the same. So there you go.
There you go.
Still,
Interesting.
you are on Pope's side of still choosing the same thing, even knowing the outcome, knowing the history that is repeating itself. That's totally fair.
Fair
Um,
enough.
yeah, no, I love that. I think, you know, some people have regrets, but if you can look back and be like, no, I would still do the same thing, I think that's kind of cool. I think that, um,
I feel like I feel like it's kind of a blessing in disguise in the show that I don't know. It seems like Chat and the dad are kind of gone to a different province or something for their whole planning thing that they're doing.
yes, yes,
I'm like, I'm glad they're not home because if like it'll be less likely that the rest of the family can be implicated if they're not home.
exactly. And oh my gosh, can we just talk about how, like, Pond is doing okay. I haven't talked about his acting at all. Pond is such a good actor. Like the way that he's
Is
playing Shot, like he is so different from all the other characters he's played. That man like
oh my
just
god.
dives into a character and fully embodies him. Like even his physicality. Let's talk about that. Like he's got these ways of like holding his hands and like clapping his arms and like he has fully created this character in his mind
He
and I
has.
love him. As annoying as he is
Oh
so
my
consistent
god.
from scene to scene. Like so
He's
consistent.
just like, what's going on with those two? I He still doesn't get it. He's the dumbest. He is
He is
oh, he is so
literally the
dumb.
dumbest character ever and he is like the main reason this family is going under and
And
like
he waltzes in to their new dilapidated house and he's like, it's all Pope's fault. And I'm like, you little
I'm like, you have no idea that Pope got you out of jail, you little like ugh.
and not only that, but like you are the reason that your family is in this house, not him. Like you're the one who embezzled 200,000 baht. Like what is this
Exactly.
nonsense?
Like, do you understand? You embezzled 200,000 baht, which, like, nowadays is still a lot of money. But if you
It
think about it,
is.
they sold their entire palace for 100,000 baht. Like,
He
that is how much that money is worth. And yes, I'm sure they
right,
got like a low price for it because they knew the family was needing to leave or needed money or whatever. But
right.
still, they sold their entire palace for $100,000 and 100,000 baht, and he embezzled twice that. Like, just think about this.
Yeah, they and all their belongings was like another 100,000, right? So between the two, I'm
Yes.
like,
Like,
and he's still blaming somebody else. Like,
no,
like
and he's still like, ugh, there's dust. And like, but I love it because it's so consistent to character. Like, he clearly doesn't learn. He's clearly spoiled. He just wants what he wants. And like,
he
yeah,
does.
he's just such an, I just can't wait. I wonder if they're gonna have a moment when Shot like finds out that Pope, like when Pope does something really, really nice for him, maybe even more than what he's already done. I wonder if they're gonna have a moment of like realization between the two, or if they're always just gonna be at odds and they're always just gonna be like, we'll see. I don't know if Shat's gonna have any like character
I don't
growth.
know.
I'm very curious.
I feel like he's not the person who's going to get character growth.
You may be right.
I think from beginning to end, he's just going to drive us all crazy with his dumbness. Yeah.
No, literally. Yes, Valerie says he's amazing. Katie says he's so insane. Yes, he's doing so good at making me hate him, Cognac Girl. Yeah, no, honestly, he's such a good young actor. Yep, then the next scene just started blaming Pope again. Yep, you think he's changed. Oh no.
No,
He's
no,
not
no.
mentally complete. I love it. Ooh, Valerie thinks he's gonna end up in jail. You know what? That's very possible considering all the things that he's done. He also, honestly, I don't think he's done doing stupid things. I feel like he's gonna do at least one or two more stupid things for the finale.
We only have
I don't know.
one or
I'm
two
just
more
saying.
episodes. There's only so many stupid things that are there left for
That's
him to
true.
do.
Oh my gosh, Valerie, he definitely should. Yeah, I agree. He definitely needs to be in jail, sir. But yeah, I'm so impressed with him because he played like Reset, Forever You, this one. What else has this
Right.
man been in? Something else.
Well, Reset
Right?
and Forever You were so different. Oh, he was the one who was in Longitude
Oh, yes.
Passes Through Us. Is that
Yes.
right? Did I get it right?
Is it like, yeah, 180 degrees longitude, something or other? Like that was totally different. Like
That was
he just,
excellent too in its own way. That was really had an indie vibe to it.
yeah, it definitely did. Yeah, he just, I don't know, he's one of those people that just can immerse himself in a character. And I feel like, at least to me, I feel like changing your physicality is such a big part of acting. And
Yeah.
depending on the character, it can be harder to do because not every character is as exaggerated as some of his characters have been. But even like the little
Mhm.
ways, I think another actor who's really good at that is Ooh from Ooh Boom. You can tell in every single show he's been in a million different series as side characters, and every
Yeah.
single one, his physicality and the way that he talks and the way that he expresses himself changes. And that's really hard when you've played like 16 different characters. So I would
Pretty
recommend
cool.
watching Ooh in different series and seeing like, wow, like he really changes himself depending on who he is. And I feel like that's really, it's really hard to do, and it is a good sign of a really good actor.
Pretty cool. All
Yeah.
right. Well, do we have any final thoughts other than the fact that we will probably, when this one ends, be posing it to our inner circle to come back here again?
Yes. I don't think so. I think 180 degrees of longitude passes through us. Oh, isn't that what you said, Songbird? I think you're right.
Something close to that.
Great. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, I don't even know why Tin likes that at all. You know what? I think Tin just really loves his family, to be honest. I think that he just feels familial bonds because even though his
Oh,
dad has literally like ruined his life, I think that he cares about him a lot.
I do have a comment about his dad. I find him highly interesting. That the fact that we're getting to see him in two different roles right now simultaneously. Because he's also
Oh,
in
yes.
Sunday's Match Point. He's in Match Point as one
Mhm.
of the dads. Um, and he's like holds himself a lot differently in that show. So we could talk about his acting too, for that matter.
Yeah.
But he reminds me of Hugh Jackman for some
Oh
reason.
my God. Stop. Yes, he totally does. That's so true.
I'm like, hello, Ty, Hugh Jackman. Nice to see you again. You're very attractive to watch.
Wait, that's so funny and so accurate. I didn't think about that before, but now that you said that, that's all I'm going to be able to see. I'm just going to see Hugh Jackman.
You are welcome. Anyways, no, like he's also really fun to watch, to be honest.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like both characters have an intensity about them. So that seems like something that maybe he's just really good at doing. But yeah, those two
Yeah,
characters are completely different in carriage, in speech, in, all the
yeah,
things. So
right.
that's actually a literal example of two characters at the same time.
And let me just say as a side point that the match point dads, they should just, go get a room somewhere and work
You
for themselves.
know, all I am so curious if, like, because you know how the older characters in Payback got shipped really hard? I'm curious
Right.
if there's like a whole trade shipping these dads together because that would be
Oh,
funny.
it's already started. I've seen posts on X saying pretty much that
Really?
exact thing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wait, I love it. I kind of hope they probably won't go to any events together because the older actors never go to the events. But if they ever do, it'd be really funny if they like played it up.
That would be really funny. All right, and on that note, I think that's a great exit point for the evening.
Yes.
Lovely chatting with you all. If you want to decide what we talk about for the spoilers, feel free to join us on Patreon and vote. Your vote definitely counts because whatever you vote on is what we talk about. So let us uh, hope to see you over there, and we'll definitely see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST.
Yes. Thank you all so much for the lovely discussion. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.